Hello and welcome to my Moon Reports. This is my little series where I'm going through and talking to each of the other creators on Moonshot. I forgot to give my wonderful again because I'm doing the application audio. I missed the Discord voice capture. 1 second. Control V. All right. You should now be hearable, my friend. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm Victoria. I'm doing great. It's about 9 a.m. here.
It is 8 a.m. here. We are, in the party zone. And I'm excited for you to show off this game. I've been watching as we've been doing screen tests of it, and it looks fucking sick.
It is. So what I'm gonna demonstrate for all y'all is the Masterpiece collection of the Cyber Troopers Virtual On arcade games from 1995 to 2001. These games are my favorite games ever. This is a giant robot fighting game that was the first in the arcades. It was the first to use a dual joystick. You can play with controller on the Masterpiece collection. I'm gonna show the first game because that's my favorite. It was the first I played. And also I love everything about it. I love the pace and feel of the battles. I love the colors. I love the music. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up a player room and try to get some of the international players of various levels to come in and spar. If they're not available, we'll go into arcade mode so I can show the other games. I'm not as proficient in them though.
Also, just so chat knows, there is a little bit of visual artifacting with how we are sending the video through. So the game looks very slick, but Video Ninja is chunking it a bit because it is like a lot is happening on the screen at once in really pretty colors.
Yeah, it looks amazing for being a 1995 game. Like it's aged really well, I think. So I'm going to what I'm doing now is I'm making a session, 6 players, 2 rounds. I'm going to set a password, which is today's date. Okay. So let me just let everyone know it's open.
I'm seeing a lot of excitement in the chat for this game.
Really? Let me look at the chat. Yeah, I'm glad everyone's excited.
Oh, fuck yes.
Hey,
yeah. So two of those are from the chat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So Vogel's from Taiwan. He was one of the first people to reach out to me and start teaching me a lot of things. I'm gonna pause it for a second. Or we'll go first, actually. Okay, yeah, please. We've got 2 other Japanese players in the queue. The playroom it kind of mimics like the feel of like playing in the arcade, where the winner stays on and the other players rotate through. Yeah. So this is the character I always play. She is a pink, cute, girly robot who looks like Sailor Moon. How could I not love her? She's also the fastest, and at low health, she has like a panic mode that nice.
She goes Viper Super Saiyan.
Yeah, hyper mode. She does twice as much damage. What Vogel just showed you is Viper 2's SLC dive, which is its special attack.
This is so sick to watch. So are you playing with controller, or are you playing with...
So I have a $400 joystick that I helped crowdfund, especially for these. That's not going to be accessible for most people, but a lot of the best players play with the controller. They can do all this cool stuff I can't do. Let's see. But Viper 2, the character Vogel is playing, is also one of the fastest ones. Is the glass cannon of the bunch because it's like a sponge, but it can do so much damage.
As a point of interest and as a joystick sicko, what is the name of your controller?
Okay, it's the Tanita twin stick. It's actually got like a special skin for the games. Like this was one they specifically made for this for these games. But I don't think they're print anymore. So on secondhand market, they're probably pretty expensive. I was lucky to get in on the crowdfunding. Sorry, it is hard to talk at the same time.
Totally.
So I'm just going for talking over that.
Completely get it. I'm looking up the controller right now, and yep, you are correct. But also, holy shit, that looks rad.
It's great. It's like it takes up like a fourth of my coffee table. I'm very like that feels very like sexy, I think.
It's about the coolest thing you could see when you walk in, and someone like, oh,
yeah,
is that your sick ass joystick?
Like when I picked up from the post office, supposed to work complained. She's like, I think this is the biggest thing you bought, and I was going to say it's actually not. Like I bought a Pokemon plush that was much bigger than this, but I didn't actually say that.
I'm putting it. I don't know if this is the one you have, but this is one that came up on Google on screen just to showcase how sick this thing looks.
Yeah.
That's fucking tight.
So Baka Saku Sensia, sorry, I don't remember what their usual names. They're from Japan. They're really good too. I'm going to having a brain freeze on how to do the timer.
Do not worry. You got a lot going on individually. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This game looks so cool.
It is so much fun. It has aged so well. Like it's still like as fun as it was for when it's actually more fun for me now than when I used to play mostly on the Saturn as a child, because then I was just playing single player arcade mode. Now I'm playing against other people. What really drew me to these games back in the day is that compared to other fighting games, you don't have to memorize like super long combos. Ooh. It's like you have 3 attacks visible on screen, like there are 3 buttons, but you can combine them in so many ways, because you can also dash, you can cancel the dash moves, you can crouch like that, you can attack while jumping. There are also 2 melee attacks, and some characters have special attacks, or 2 to 3 melee attacks per character. Mine only has 2, and her sword is short, so we probably won't be getting close enough to show that, but...
God, that's so sick.
Yeah.
Also, very happy to see the grasses acting correct in the Video Ninja this time.
Yeah, when we were testing it before, it was like artifacting, but it looks like it's showing up really blurry. But
it is. It's showing up blurrier than it is, because again, we went through so much trouble getting it to show at like the proper frame rate, because there's so much happening on this screen for Video Ninja that it chunks it in an interesting way.
The character that Baka Substance is playing is I tried to do a melee attack. It's is Raiden. His specialty is those big laser beams. They shoot in a straight direction, but they can like knock you out in one hit sometimes. Usually what the Raiden players will do is they'll try to lead you to like dash in a certain direction, and then they'll hit you with the lasers while you're dashing or moving around.
Lead you. That's sick.
Yeah.
So I noticed. I noticed when you are going side to side like that, you are not like looking nice. Oh, sick. Replay. Fucking tight. When you're strafing to the side, you aren't moving the camera at the same time, and I know that's probably because it's like a twin stick, and that's not the easiest thing to do. But you'll do that thing where you'll dodge to the side completely, and you won't be able to see them on screen. Is that like a strategic thing, a limit of the game, or is that just like it's the fucking controller?
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I don't think so. It's like you lose sight of them in the 3D arena, but but you can turn around. You can turn around. Like I have a bad tendency to dash to turn around, which puts me at risk of freezing. But you can also you can turn by pressing these joysticks in 2 different directions.
Tight. Oh, that's really cool. And so this is a collection of an arcade series, and you were telling me this is only this was never released in America.
The original game came out in arcades and Saturn in America. There's actually like a lot of people from my like tender age who do remember playing it.
Mm-hmm.
The second and third arcade games, I don't believe those ever got US releases. I think there was a PS2 game based off the. There was a console game for PS2 that was based off the third arcade game. I'm not sure if that got released. And more recently, there was a PS4 game, A Certain Magical Virtualon, which is like a crossover between Virtualon and this light novel series. I am slightly aware of. Sorry for the delays in my speech. I'm trying to. I did do different things. Okay. Doi is also a Japanese player, really, 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 really good.
Hell yes. I at some point want to see all the other characters on this.
Yeah.
Because like all those robot designs look sick.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So
look at this guy.
Yeah, Belter's like I think the character that I could use least, but you can do some really cool stuff with it. By the way, this isn't me playing. This is I figured the advantage of doing the player matches is that I could let other people show you what they can do. Belter has missiles and these like napalm attacks that go straight forward, and if there's a glitch you can do with him to make him move really, really, really fast. That is like makes him really fun to play or play against.
And is that kind of glitch to consider bad form, or is it just like, yeah, that's sick? That's a sick thing you can do.
I think it's a sick thing you can do.
Hell yes. I love this big man. Look at him.
Yeah, I'll switch perspectives.
So everything that's happening on the screen right now, we have the health at the top, we have the timer at the top left. The laser, G-bomb, bazooka, are those the three different attacks that you were mentioning, the 3 buttons?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And they all have a chart. They all have a charge on them. You can see his backgrounds. For some reason, this fight's coming in through laggy. It might be to the number of people in the room.
Absolutely. I think everyone's understanding because I think the game is so cool to look at and fun to imagine playing that like you can you could see how you're like you can understand how cool it is without having to like actually click through and like see it in its most pristine format because it just stands on its own so fucking well.
Yeah. Speed up the timer.
I only have one joystick. I need to because Andrew mentioned earlier. Oh, is it like a HOTAS? And Andrew, that is different because my HOTAS that's a joystick and a throttle. This is just 2 joysticks, which is so goddamn cool.
Yeah, I mean this was the series that invented that. I'll try to play as. I'm actually gonna go with. I'll go with Viper 2. It's.
Love the loading screen. I love when you see a fucking blueprint layout of a rope of a mech and it flashes and has arrows. It's so goddamn tight.
Definitely looked really cool on the CRTs too. Anyway,
I bet.
I haven't. I bet. I'm very hyper focused on Faye-En because because I like her so much. So it's like I tend not to play the other characters as much, but I'll give them a shot. Viper 2 is. Like, I'm the kind of person where it's like, if I'm playing a game, I just look at the character I like the vibes of best, and then... Okay, so we're playing against Dorcas, so it's also like, one of the popular characters for the competitive players. He can do, he can do those fireballs. He can do this phalanx that's like on the ground, which we didn't get to see that because we saw the hammer. That's the.
That thing hits so hard.
Yeah.
Christ alive.
And he also has this special move called Mega Spin. I'm sure somebody will demonstrate that at some point. Let's see. Porcupine, you want to go? If you're listening. Okay. So what this cube is doing is it keeps the winner at the top, then cycles through the next players.
Would you suggest? Because this is a hard. You'd have to import this game to play it.
It's only available on the Japanese eShop pre-store, but I can help you get through that if you need. Like if anyone wants to play and they want help buying it, it's usually about $15 on sale, and you get 3 games with that. The second game is or Torio Tangram is the most popular competitively. Like, it's really fast paced. It's really cool. It's really cool too. It's definitely grown on me a lot over the years. And I'm trying to get better at that one too. And then there's Force, which is a 4-player. Mm-hmm. And if you don't have enough live players, it'll fill in with CPU. Did this sound drop out for anyone? Okay, there it is.
I'm watching.
I want to see the art.
It's a little quiet. Let me move it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I love that every Extra Life we stream a new mech game that I've never heard of. That I'm like, well, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my fucking life.
That's the plan. And donate if you like robots.
Yes.
Donate. And if you don't donate, then you don't like robots.
Robot list. I can't get over how good these robot designs are either, by the way. Like, they are chunky in the way that I like. Like, sometimes humanoid robots, like they aren't chunky enough for me, but this is a big guy.
Yeah. I think that was a kind of concession to the polygon limitations of the time. But yeah, I agree. I like they look cute. They're trying very hard.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that guy's got a big sword.
Yeah. Let me switch over to the low side, actually.
Oh, and that's a good-looking little guy. Is that a sniper rifle that turned into a sword? Is that what I...
yeah.
I love when he moves the engine that pops out of his back like a damn hot rod. That's so sick.
Oh, yeah, and the engines are Saturns with a little game disc in it.
Oh, yeah. No, that's tight. Are you kidding me? Oh, we did just have a graphic fidelity drop. After this game, I'm gonna refresh the cache here to see if I can get it come back in clear.
Yeah, it's starting to look like what the Saturn looked like.
And that's the cost of sending it to space and back.
Yeah. Some of the stages are set in space. This is my favorite stage because I think it's the only one in the series that's just like this huge open space, and it's really advantageous to the fast characters.
Mm-hmm. There's obviously like a city stage, right?
Sorry, the which stage?
Like a city stage, or is it
yeah, flooded city, yeah.
Tight, love it.
Yeah, there's an airport.
Okay, let me read.
Actually, wait, there's 2. There's the waterfront too. 2 city stages. Okay. Porcupine, you can go ahead.
And does it require the special joystick, or if I was to get a second joystick, would I be able to plug those into the PS4, I wonder?
That I don't have the answer to. I've seen people make their own. I would say someone was showing me that somebody made a twin stick using a cake pan. I thought that was really clever.
My father-in-law has a arcade cabinet with a bunch of ROMs in his basement that he's built, and it doesn't have a twin stick. It has the fight stick and the buttons, but he was like, but I'm now like, how do I get this there? How do I do that? Because it has a CRT and everything. It's so fucking pretty.
You can still find the arcade machines for this. MagFest, the convention, pretty much always has it, and sometimes certain bars, like barcade type places, will have it. The one near me used to have it for a short while, but I think I was the only one playing it, so they got rid of it.
They should have given it to you.
Yeah, just no, this is a dual TV. Like seated cabinet, like this would like.
Instead of your dining room table, coffee table's gone.
Yeah.
My like con mech game is the BattleTech pods, is the mech assault pods.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
Those are tight, but the game is slow, and I like that. I like a big chunky robot. God, this guy looks sick. Yeah. I love a big chunky robot that like moves very slow and steady, but like this with the 2 joysticks. Oh, that feels like it would feel so good.
Yeah. You might be able to get an older one and convert it. Like the Dreamcast and Saturn ones are easy to find. Supposedly the best one is the Xbox One. So I do want to get hold of that someday. Just have a collection of them all. Oh yeah. So more about Flusang. Porcupine is an American player who has been really, really helpful in teaching me proper techniques. Because, like, I technically played this game for a very long time, like, over 25 years, but, like, I didn't really know how to play it. Like, I just kind of would just dash and attack over and over. And Porcupine's been really helpful teaching me, like, all the stuff I didn't know. Vogel and Porcupine, I really owe a lot to them. The character is currently playing, Vogel is playing Temjin, who's, like, the best all-arounder character. He's got like good speed, good attack power, range of attacks, has a special move. I don't know if anyone showed that yet, the gliding round, but I'll point it out if it pops up. Farmid, who Porcupine is playing, is like, for me, the hardest character to beat. Like, is a lot of the like best players are just absolutely proficient in him, and he's just fast. Fast, has really powerful attacks. Can really catch up and do these close range melee attacks. It's
he's in the
yeah. Someday I should learn to play a Farmid.
And is this a series that hasn't gotten anything besides this remaster since like, the arcades, or is this a series that has like a hope to have another game at some point?
There was the crossover game with the certain magical light novel franchise series that like I only have passing familiarity with. That's really good too. That you'll have to import. That said, I don't think there's going to be more because the producer retired from Sega, and Sega just like doesn't care about anything that isn't Sonic.
God, I'm so sad.
Yeah.
Also, the animations in this game are they look so good. They have so much character. The way that the fucking camo robot would duck down as it was like getting into that sliding glide sprint. That was so
yeah.
sick.
Go. Looking at the chat. Thank you to all the Japanese players who are showing up to watch. Arigatou gozaimasu. Alright, let me... Gonna go back to... Okay.
Where to play Cypher?
Encounter. Round 1. Get ready.
Oh yeah, Porcupine is demonstrating the really fast build door speed I was talking about. It's...
Zoom!
Like,
Gone! Out of here! Vomitus! Bye!
Just walking, he's faster than me dashing.
That's so. I love that you just like fucking. I love a glitched walk because it's always just like it's sliding in Pokemon on ice.
Oh yeah, I was watching that yesterday. I was impressed with how far everyone got. I probably would have been like finally gotten out of Pallet Town by the end.
Vertical on near me. I'm just digging through Chicago area. Oh yeah, look at I am looking at a picture of the two-seater arcade machine right now. God.
And for Force, it's 4 of them. So just imagine, the arcade retail space taken by like 4 cabinets for one game.
It is very much like you need to, you better fucking like this shit. Like, this better be the draw. You better be the guy who has this in, like, the state. Love the way that, like, your robot here, like, slides to the right. Like, it's just, like, very, I don't know, something about it looks so cool. This robot's so sharp.
Yeah, mostly probably what you're seeing me do is, like, I'm dashing and then I'm canceling the dash.
Mm-hmm. Also, I love how your range bullets go up and over. They arc. Like when you were in that grass area, you were kind of shooting over the grass mound in the center.
Yeah,
and that was tight.
Her attacks hone really well. If you think that she looks like Sailor Moon, that's not a coincidence. This was 1995. Her stage is the moon.
God, this is so tight. I hate that you've done this to me.
Oh, I'm glad you like it.
I am a sucker for good aesthetic and like mechanics that feed the aesthetic, and so I am simply at this game's mercy. What is this? What is this on eBay? Oh, I found a little figure of or this isn't a figure. Or is it a figure? Of your robot.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of those. Porcupine's really good at playing Fey.
I love that.
That
6-blast laser. That's so, or like that wide laser shot. That's tight.
Yeah, that's if you could do that if playing's right, and if you crouch and shoot the laser beam at the same time. Like that's the beauty of it. For like so few attacks, there are so many different ways you can aim them. Different situations you can use them in. This was like really a big advantage for me as a kid because like I didn't have time to memorize combos or the.
Get ready.
Sorry, my computer is giving me a weird.
Do not worry, I can still hear you. The game is still showing up clear. Or it's it's choppy, but it's clear.
Yeah, I think it's objecting to disk space. Well, I'm not playing. Let me see.
Punch. The PS2 version was named. I'm going to my illicit fucking PSN ID.
Yeah, as Soul Guitar said earlier, that we're all really happy to help people get set up with the Masterpiece Collection. Soul Guitar is one of the best players in Atari Tangram, the second game.
Mm-hmm. I like want to ask to see the other games, but also I'm just like it is hard to express how much I am just awestruck watching this. Like I'm just like kind of mouth the game, going, "Wow."
Yeah, it's maybe another time we can work on the other ones. But I think other people would definitely be better at demonstrating Ortaro Tangram and Force than me.
Thank you for the $100 donation, Soul Guitars.
Thank you. See, Tough for Disgrace. I played one of these games before in the arcade in Yakuza. Yeah, so that's yeah, this game is in, I think, Yakuza Kiwami. Sometime I keep meaning to get that game actually just for the emulation of the arcade version in this.
I might. Alright, your Gmail address is linked. Okay, there it is. What do we think I made my password for? I'm just trying to log in. I'm trying to buy this game right the fuck now.
Can't wait.
I'm not like a good like competitive player, but I am just like I just love aesthetics so much.
Yeah, I mean, me neither, but I have gotten a lot better. The past few months, so like you can always get better. The top players, especially in Japan, they're super, super, super dedicated. They practice like every day. I'm usually like there like once a week.
In the gym.
Yeah.
Walking around seeing all the lifers.
Yeah. I really, really admire their dedication, and they're still figuring out new techniques to this day. As a lot have been playing for years, like some since the original arcade, some via the Xbox port, the Xbox 360 port, I believe. Yeah, I don't have that dedication to anything in my life. Like,
nothing. You'll never catch me working that hard.
Sorry, say it again?
You never catch me working that hard.
Round 2. Get ready.
So cool. So is there like obviously this is a game we're playing on it. We're playing through a console. Is there a modding community for adding stuff to this game, or are people just like, I want to play it as it came out because like it's that good already, it doesn't need anything else?
I know there are people who play on PC. Still Guitarist, maybe you know a bit more about that. Like I've seen people do mods. I'm just not sure how big the scene is.
Absolutely.
Round 3. Get ready.
Those trees do not provide any cover, by the way. They're just
there.
Yeah.
There's no cover bonus.
Yeah.
Love where your head is at, but no.
They're just kind of there to block your view.
Andrew, yes, I do want to know if there are modded in robots. You can say it with disdain, but it is true. I am a sucker for that shit.
What is Metabot?
Metabot is is not a big robot, but a little robot. It is tight. I like it a lot, but it is too hard to get into.
A is here. A-san is like a frequent tournament winner.
Oh, hell yeah.
A-san, どうぞよろしく、どうぞお願いします。よろしく。Sorry. There we go. There is in the arcade mode, there is a penalty boss who gets smaller each time you lose to him. So you can play, or you can play against him. In the Saturn version, you can also play as him, but he won't get smaller.
What do you mean penalty boss?
Oh, if you take too long to win, or you have too many timeouts, Oh, A helped with the PS2 part? That's wow. I did not know that. It's really cool.
Well, hello?
Yeah. So this is this is like what a farm mid looks like from the perspective of somebody who's really, 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 really good. Or really good at him.
Just explosions left and right. The back laser blades. I didn't even notice that last time. That's so sick. Oh, so cool. I know I'm reduced to just like saying "wow" over and over again, but like it's hard to vocalize anything else. Because wow.
You could say OMG.
You're right. I could go, oh my god.
Because subsequently this game has gotten to distinguish from the later games. People call it Operation Moongate, abbreviated OMG. Although when I'm reading in my head, I'm always like virtual on. Oh my god.
It's one of those names that is like immediately evocative of like, okay, we're cooking. Like, we're doing something in here. Cyber Troopers virtual on, and then when it says masterpiece, you're like, okay, I'm listening.
Yeah, my history with this game. I think I saw it in arcades as a child, but like I was too scared to play it because there was always an adult on there, and there was also an adult in the other cabinet. So then I played on the Saturn.
Round 3. Get ready.
Dawn is so fucking cool, but I absolutely lack the brain cells for it. I mean, I'm doing this on one brain cell, so.
I love how fast paced it is. Did he just throw that blade that was on his arm?
The Tonker, it's. I'm trying to. Oh yeah, it's kind of like a baton-ish. It's like a baton-ish thing.
Tight.
Nowadays, it kind of looks like glow sticks.
Mm-hmm. I've been reading them as lightsabers immediately.
Yeah. Porcupine's doing really well. Also, you notice like the more health they lose, the more naked they get. Like their face paint starts falling off. Except for Faye, she just turns gold because she's pretty.
God, that's cool. God, that's tight.
It's okay to stay on.
Yeah, we're just in the host Discord, it's just people marking out about like, oh wow, this is tight. Oh my god.
Anyone who wants to go ahead can go ahead. I think right now everyone's like being conscientious that they played a lot of rounds. So.
I love a polite community, man. This is it's so cool. It seems so welcoming. So do you have like other like alternate colors or alternate paint jobs on any of these big guys?
Just the 1-player and 2-player.
Okay.
So if we switch to all right, now he already selected. I was gonna say if it's the Volga side, he's playing 2-player, so he's got the red. Like once he's 1-player, Temujin's 1-player color is blue.
Cool.
So one cool thing you do melee mode is that circle attack. Circle attack. It's where you kind of go around them and attack from the back. I'm still working on actually being able to pull those off in practice, but those were really good examples of it.
You mentioned it's like super attacks. Like, what is the scale of the super attacks that we see?
The specials?
Yeah.
So Temujin has gliding ram. I'm not sure if anyone has shown that yet. Vogel, if you're listening, if you want to show that would be great. Dorcas has mega spin, and Viper 2 has the SLC dive. That we definitely saw where it's like goes like a fireball.
I love how lethal this game does look. Like, it looks like there's like 1,000 glancing blows, then you get hit once actually, and it's just you're roasted. Veronica, Victoria. In chat, your next challenge is Rosico.
Okay.
Is what is being called.
It'll be see how fast I die challenge. Okay. But okay.
Cool.
I think that is a request for me to go. It's on go. Okay. All right.
Good luck.
Here we go.
Salute. I wish you well. I'll remember you as you lived.
She died doing what she loved most. That was the wrong input. Yeah, the best deformed players are really good at laying down the bombs, like right wherever you land or move. Yeah, it's all see.
The way that they come like flying out of cover, just like drifting around, like bam, 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 bam. It's terrifying. It's like a horror movie monster. Getting Dead by Daylight flashbacks.
Jump scares. Actually, wait. Here's a jump scare. I jumped. I'm sorry. I thought it was bad.
No, good joke.
No. I promise I'll make better jokes than that for the remaining time.
Good joke, streamer. Come on. Get one W off. I believe in you. I believe in your abilities. Oh, my belief is dropping.
No, realistically. Like...
Oh, so cool. Oh, usually by now I would be setting up for the next, like...
yeah, if you need to do that, we can make this...
No, I can do that while this is still up. Usually
okay.
I'm doing that while like, the other stream is finishing, but, like, I've just been, like, glued to the board for this one.
I need to get the PS2 part clearly. Space on. I'm gonna go.
Oh, the fucking... Andrew just went in to finish a poll that went in the middle of the night. I was like, what is this happening? Just nobody actually sealed the poll. So I see sometimes there's that lock-on. Like...
Oh, yeah.
What is that telling
The
you?
lock-on?
Yeah.
So at most... So there are two lock-ons. There's the double lock-on... Which goes on in close range attacks. That's when you can do the circle attacks. Mm-hmm. At further distances, it'll be a single lock on that will just cause your attacks to aim at the enemies. Sometimes though, it's beneficial. Not for characters turn homing attacks. It's actually beneficial not to be locked on. Mm-hmm. Some of the fan players will do that too.
Because what's the reasoning behind that?
Sorry, the which thing?
What's the reasoning behind that?
Because some of the attacks have like a homing thing anyway, they can still like get the other player while they're like dashing or moving. This is not a good explanation.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Get ready.
So is there a robot that we haven't seen yet? A robot that hasn't been someone's go-to yet?
Seen everyone, but I want to see more of Dorcas. I think everybody is kind of going with their aims. Actually, this is really impressive. Oh wow, nice.
Was he jumping over the the swipes and then like came down and like rammed forward? Is that what I saw there?
Yeah.
That's tight. That's tight as hell.
Let's see if we can get him more Dorcas or. See if Doi doesn't go up, then I'll try to do shoulder charges. God.
All right, so this is probably the last match.
Okay.
We have time for one more after this. No, I got the message to Vita has to take out laundry, so we do have extra time.
All right.
But we are in
laundry is fine. Raiden versus Raiden. And this is the smallest stage, so this is going to be interesting.
I love how they still look distinct from each other. Because of how, like, I don't know, the color swap does a lot. I don't know. I know color swaps are nothing fancy, but I'm just like, wow, these designs of the robots are so good that they stand out. It's just really cool.
I love the color palette a lot.
Do the
it's not
in the later games? Do the designs like hold like the charm that they have right now?
I think that's up to taste.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them do get slimmer, but there are still plenty of chunky ones. For Feyen, in order to her tangram, she's like a ballerina with little like hearts in her hair. That's really, really cute. And in Force, I think she has a bunch of designs in that, but one of them is like a French maid.
Oh, so the later one has like a group, like alternate skins and stuff. Is that what you're saying?
Get ready.
Like Force has a lot of variants of the characters. I think Oratorio Tangram has for some of the for certain ones. I'm just giving Faye an example because she's the one I know the best.
That's incredibly tight. I love an alternate costume.
I'm partial to the simplicity and chunkiness of the designs in the first game, but
they're just such big guys.
Okay, I'm going to try to play Dorcas. I apologize that I don't know how to do its special move, but just because I don't think we've seen enough of them yet.
I love the fucking the guy you're against is like big shoulders. That's that hammer that took you down in one like half health in one hit, right? Like
yeah. As you can see, I don't know how to play this character at all, so that oh, it's like 6 seconds. 16. Yeah, I'm. I also have a bad tendency of holding the attack buttons like a little after they've run out, so like, that's why you're getting that sound from me.
Oh, the game is now chunking it. I will refresh.
Oh no!
Don't worry. It's coming back in.
All right. So I think that will be it. Thank you all so much. I'm glad you liked it. Thank you to everyone who played.
Oh, I was just clapping. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Say it again?
I was just clapping. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, with the right turn and center weapon at the same time. Mega spin. Okay. Okay. 日本語のチャラナへ終わりました。ありがとうございました。